this experience has really inspired me.
Bentley's platform is an amazing system.
The iTwin platform, I think what makes it really exciting is the wide-reaching applications it has.
Real-time insights, an amazing overview of all your data on one screen.
With the iTwin4Good challenge, we took the students through a 6-week process that took them right from the ideation concept through implementation to now where they can then go on to make impact.
We're talking about using digital twin platforms to create sustainable cities, to create sustainable solutions to environmental challenges.
We designed this competition in a way that requires the students to use the iTwin platform because we really see that as game-changing technology. And it's just remarkable what they're able to come up with in terms of solving problems that have been around for a really long time.
I think being able to bring young people in, and getting them involved at an early stage, with the technology, so they can see what technology is doing now and how it can benefit our industry.
People need to see things if they're going to believe in them. Because if I have a problem I'm failing to contextualize, using the iTwin platform to really make it something that people can see and interact with, it really makes my story that much more powerful.
Using the iTwin technology was a great way to learn something new, to create a great solution and to help change the world.
The amount of people we could impact using the Bentley system was quite literally endless. It was an amazing opportunity to be able to use it within our idea.
Even as a storytelling device, in as much as it is a technical one, I think the iTwin platform has a lot of implications for my own career and my own future projects.
Hello, a warm welcome to the iTwin4Good Global Championship 2025. It's great to have you all here. I'm Sarah. Warm greetings go out to you, to all these Enactus students, judges, alumni, supporters, and of course also our Bentley Systems professionals joining here today. We are extremely lucky to have you here, and we've got great things awaiting us. Of course, this is the Global Championship, which means we've got 5 pitches from different countries. Those are Brazil, Canada, Germany, Ireland and the UK, as well as the US. So congratulations to all these teams that you have there. Those projects have really made an effort, have demonstrated a great impact projects, and have made it to the finals. And let me tell you, it has been tough. They have faced a lot of competition, so we're beyond excited to really hear these pitches of these top projects today. I'm very happy, especially to experience with you today what happens when technology meets the spirit of Enactus and really boosts these impact projects. I think we're going to see that live today, which is super exciting. Of course, all made possible by Bentley Systems and by their iTwin platform, their application on digital twins that helped our Enactus students to not only acquire new skills, but mostly use this platform in their impact projects and leverage that. So I'm beyond excited to see what awaits us in terms of pitches and content. But to give you an idea of what the iTwin4Good Global Championship is and what it can be like, let us show you some images of last year's finals in Astana, Kazakhstan. amazing. When I see these images, it really brings up a lot of good memories for me personally. I imagine for a lot of people joining us today as well who were with us last year. Super exciting. This year is in a different format, but I'm really excited to feel this energy with the pitches in just a minute. But before we start with the competition, I'm really happy to have Rachel Rogers join us. She's Vice President Education and Sustainability Outreach at Bentley Systems, and she has been super instrumental in driving this challenge. So I'm happy to talk to you. Oh, there you are. Hey, Rachel.
Hi, how are you doing?
Very good. And you? I don't know if you can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, you can. Okay, perfect. From what I understand, you are joining us from a different part of the world, and it's quite early in the morning. Is that true?
True, but it's okay. I'm used to early morning, but from the San Francisco area.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for making the time and for getting up so early just for us. This is amazing. But yeah, of course, for everybody watching, it's super cool to have you on board. And why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself, at your role, about Bentley Systems in general, for those who are not yet as familiar as many of us.
You broke up a little bit, and I think you asked me about Bentley and maybe the iTwin challenge, but Bentley Systems, leader in infrastructure software. But before I start this morning, I want to say thanks to all the Enactus staff and the students and the judges that are participating in our challenge today, because I know it's taken a lot of your time and energy, and it's just so impressive for me for this challenge and for Bentley, for us to see the next generation and students being able to use our technology and to go out and try to solve real world problems with digital twins technology and with sustainability in mind. And, just investing 6 weeks into this project and really coming up with the most creative and innovative ideas to be able to address a real world challenge that's really important to them. So I love the passion of that and their willingness to participate in trying to make a difference in the world.
That's super great to hear. And yeah, of course, this challenge is only possible because Bentley System has decided to partner up with us. So we're super thankful for that. And yeah, I mean, the impact is clear. We've seen over the past couple of years, 4 years, that over 1,000 students have come in contact with your application and have built their skills. And of course, the iTwin platform has been used in over, I think, 250 impact projects within Enactus. So that is truly amazing. Apart from like this impact that is visible and that we're going to be seeing in the pitches also, what would you say, what was your personal highlight of this program this year?
I think, as I just mentioned, just seeing the students and their abilities and how creative and innovative they are, and also their passion. To me, that's really what is the highlight, is seeing how much they would like to change the world and make it a better place and solve a particular problem that has a lot of meaning to them. I'm always so impressed by the passion and their technical abilities, but also just their creativity in solving a problem, recognizing a problem, and then solving the problem. It's really inspirational for us to be able to see students today doing this. It's just amazing to me, every single challenge.
That's great to hear. And yeah, that creativity, I think, really comes from the collaborative nature of this program, with over 120 universities only this year coming together, and students with different backgrounds working on challenges with your platform. Yeah, so maybe do you feel like there has been some kind of unexpected outcome or something that has surprised you this year? And if yes, feel free to share that.
I think every year, actually, this year included, but when I first was introduced to Enactus, I was just really amazed and surprised, as you just asked, at the professionalism and the business aptitude, along with their technical skills and innovation, but bringing all those things together. And as you said, collaborating with each other and working out the issues that it takes of meetings. You've met somebody that you didn't have a relationship with before, and you've had to take on a challenge together, figure out what your skill sets are that best work together, and then, work closely together for 6 weeks to go through this challenge. I think the key to what you just said was the collaboration and willingness to learn how to work with each other, which is going to be so important as you can, start your career and go through life, because to your point, collaboration, communication, and that networking and working together will really serve them well. But it's amazing, to see them doing that with people they've never met before.
Yeah, I am personally also very impressed by that. And yeah, like you mentioned, with all the skills that they're building, apart from these hard skills, do you have any other, I'm going to say, piece of advice or so for the young creative minds that we have in this challenge today? But I'm going to say overall participating, over 450 students only this year. Is there something that you would pass on, like a piece of wisdom or so?
I think the most important thing is always just be yourself, right? Take a deep breath. For today, take a deep breath, let your passion shine through. It's going to showcase in your project. I think the fact that and congratulations to everybody on the call that's going to present their projects in the next hour or so, because it was your innovation and your passion and the creativity that you brought in collaborating as a team that's gotten you this far. So I think be yourself. And let all of your skill set shine through. So I think that's my words of wisdom for today.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so, so much, Rachel. This is an
You're welcome.
amazing closing word, basically, to dive right into the competition. So I'm going to say thank you to you, and leave you to judging.
Good luck.
Bye-bye. Thanks. Okay, great. Well, with those really inspirational words from Rachel, thanks so much again for getting up so early in the morning and taking the time. I think we should really dive into the competition and hear some of those amazing projects. So to get us started and to get us up and going, this is now the time really for you judges to get your evaluation form, to open that and familiarize with that a little bit. Of course, this is a digital setting, so we try to make it as easy as possible for you from a technical point of view. Whenever you encounter any technical issues, feel free to, just send a message in the chat and let us know if we can help you with anything. As you might know, there will be a digital Q&A. So, of course, we will have the 5 pitches with the 5 minutes each of 5 different teams, and that will be followed by this 4-minute Q&A, which is going to be interesting because then, of course, you as judges can interact in a way that you can post your question into the chat, and I will be very happy to read it out for you, and the team can then directly shine even brighter with their achievements, because of course 5 minutes of pitch is not a long time, but with the Q&A, that's going to make it a lot more interesting, I think. So when all the judges are ready, they have opened their evaluation form. I just want you to know that we will not have a super long transition times during the pitches. So we may try to make this a very fluent event, but no worries, you will have a lot of time to complete your evaluation form even after the event is completed. So we will leave the form open until 7 p.m. GMT. So no worries at all. If you took some extra notes and you really want to give those teams this extra feedback, we just want you to know that we really appreciate that. The teams will be very happy about that. So feel free to take your time until 7 p.m. GMT and change and switch between the teams also within your evaluation form. That is definitely possible and should give you all the flexibility and time also after the event to complete your form. So perfect. So I think now we can get right started. And since this is in alphabetical order of the project names, we actually have Germany as first pitch with their project Basola, and we will give a big round of virtual applause to them. Cheer on them in the live stream. Here they are already. Super happy to see them. How are you guys?
We're doing good, thank you. We're excited to be here. Can you hear us
Great.
well?
Yes, I'm doing great, and I think the funniest thing with you guys is that now you're pitching first with definitely the least amount of time that you had to prepare your pitch, because the basically the national finals in Germany were only last week. So I can imagine you were quite stressed out, but do you feel comfortable now?
Yeah, I think we're all good. We used the time very well that we had, and we're excited to share a presentation with you.
That's awesome. So yeah, whenever you're ready, feel free to get the presentation up and running. While you do that, we're also happy to learn a bit more about you guys. So if you just want to very quickly introduce yourselves before we then dive into the pitch, feel free to say your name and study program. This is also interesting, of course, for the judges to get a little bit of a background of you guys.
Okay, I can start. My name is Marike. I study at KIT in Karlsruhe Industrial Engineering, and I've been with Enactus for 3.5 years now.
My name is Lydia. I study chemistry, also at KIT, and I've joined not that long ago Enactus.
Yeah, myself, Lohitaksha Polaju. Now I'm studying here, Masters in Mobility Systems Engineering and Management at KIT. Thank you guys for having us.
Awesome. It's great to get to know you. And with that, I think if you're ready, you may now begin your presentation.
Okay. The story of Basola starts with this beautiful coastline here. It belongs to the Colombian village Latejeros. This is what the village looks like when you get close. Latejeros suffers from plastic waste. To protect the oceans, the locals burn it on the beach. Of course, they know that's not a sustainable solution. This is why Alba, the mayor of Latejeros, approached us to find a solution with him. He told us that currently 100 kilograms of plastic are burned every day, which releases toxic chemicals and greenhouse gases, contributing to climate change, air pollution, and serious health problems. This is how the idea for Basola was born. Our solution is simple. We turn plastic waste into fuel. Our innovation? We use solar energy and thereby find the most ecologically sustainable way to create power from trash. In cooperation with the University of Cali, the Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, and a Colombian NGO, we sell the pyrolysis plant to a local operator. The local workers will keep the plant running, profiting from formal jobs, while the community profits from lower fuel costs. In the upcoming weeks and months, we have work to do. Within the next 2 months, we will finalize the business plan and by November, get a prototype pyrolysis reactor going. We are planning to have a fully functioning reactor by April next year, and by May, the fuel production in Latejeros can start. The fuel itself will be sold for $1.3 per liter, which is a competitive price for the local market. With a daily fuel return of 40 liters, the investment cost of $20,000 will be amortized after 4 years.
So how does this work? We collect plastic from the beaches and households and shred it. Powered by solar energy, it is then heated up in our pyrolysis chamber. The hot gases are then condensed, resulting in fuel. This way, we can convert 80 kilograms of plastic into 40 liters of fuel per day. Our main concern is, of course, safety, which we achieve with constant remote monitoring with the iTwin model. The pyrolysis plant is modular and can be adapted to different conditions, such as the available plastic and distillation steps. With the help of the iModel, we are able to update the plant based on the specific requirements. In case of emergency, customers have remote access to the plant and can connect directly to a human operator. This is the monitoring login page. It displays data from the safety sensors and the pyrolysis reactor. It also keeps a record of past emergencies. The main goal is to give customers clear emergency control, allowing them to monitor and manage production with ease. Here, we can track the individual component status. It allows us to check on daily, weekly, and monthly solar energy consumption. It also logs recent actions, showing what changes were made and by whom. This ensures the plant operates safely and efficiently.
The team behind Basola is an interdisciplinary one of 9 students at KIT in Karlsruhe. We study mechanical, chemical, electrical, or industrial engineering, and are in close contact with Alba in Lajajeros. With our solar fuel, we do not only protect the locals' health, but impact mainly 3 SDGs. SDG 8, economic growth. We develop a local value chain in Lajajeros and reach a gross revenue of over $1,100 per month. We impact SDG 12, responsible production, by giving new purpose to 80 kilograms of plastic. Thereby, we impact SDG 13, climate action. We reduce CO2 emissions by 86 kilograms every single day. At Basola, we follow a mission. We want to fight plastic pollution and in cooperation with the iTwin platform, create value from trash.
Thank you.
Amazing. Congratulations on an amazing pitch. Thank you guys for starting us off so great. That was really cool. And with that, I'm happy to guide you right into the Q&A session. So now it's up to the judges to type their questions into the chat, and I will be able to see them here then and read them out for you. So
Yeah, we're excited.
awesome. So I would say the Q&A time starts now, and we wait for the judges to ask their question via the chat. Okay. The first question came in. Is there a separation process for plastic required before shredding?
I'm so sorry, you were all the way cut off. Can you say that again?
No worries. Is there a separation process for plastic required before shredding?
Oh, if there's something required before shredding the plastic?
Separation, yeah.
We could take just all the plastic together, and it's gonna produce fuel, or we could separate into different types of plastic, but the process is the same.
Okay. Next question. Are there any environmental concerns associated with the pyrolysis process?
Actually, we protect the environment quite a lot because, as we mentioned in the pitch, currently the locals burn the plastic on the beach, so the plastic doesn't get into the ocean and kill marine animals. So with our pyrolysis system, the whole plastic process is controlled in a reactor. Of course, there are still emissions, there's still CO2 emissions, but they are way more controlled and they don't harm people and environment that work there.
Okay, next question. Are there any toxic emissions from the process?
Any toxic emissions? Not in a way that they're not already there. There can be some residue, which isn't highly toxic, but needs to be disposed of safely, which we're working on a solution on with the village in Lajajeros. But there's no emissions that are immediately dangerous to people.
Okay, next question is, are the dashboard values connected to sensors embedded in the iTwin?
Sorry?
Is the dashboard connected to sensors in the iTwin?
Actually, we are estimated that things, but we haven't connected into iTwin. It's just a rough estimations.
Okay, so next question is, what was your constructability review of the model construction?
Sorry, we cannot hear you.
Yeah.
Again, what was your constructability review of the module construction?
So I'm assuming this is about like the construction safety. If who's reviewed that? I'm not sure if I understood the question correctly. So we're working together with the university in Karlsruhe, which it has a high focus on technology. So Karlsruhe Institute for Technology, and we're working with an institute there that is working with a similar process. They're also working with pyrolysis. So we're in close contact with them and have our reactor reviewed by them.
Thank you very much. Your Q&A time has now expired. Thanks
you.
so much, guys. You did an amazing job as first pitch, and I will send you off to now relax and enjoy the rest of the pitches. Bye-bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Awesome. So that was a good start, I think. And now we can go right over to the second pitch. And that is actually from Canada with a project called EcoTwins. So I'm super happy to have that team on now in the next couple of seconds. From what I understand, we have 3 people joining us here also. Yes, and I see you there. How are you today? Feel free to unmute yourself.
Sure, yeah. Hi there.
Very good. Well, it's great to have you. What do you feel like is now basically the competition like compared to your national final?
Absolutely. So it's an amazing platform for us students to showcase not only our technical skills, but also to empower other people with our innovative solutions.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think? Are you ready already in terms of technical requirements? Do you have your screen share set up already? And why don't we just do that now?
My other teammate Muskan will be sharing her screen and she will be pitching it.
Okay, great. So why don't we do that right now already and have her come on? Karen, please, feel free to talk to me and let's see if we can hear each other, if the connection is good, as in terms of a little tech check. Karen, is all good? Can you hear me? Are you on mute maybe still? If not, maybe your team members can jump in. But as long as you get the presentation set up and shared in the next couple of moments, that will be great. So are you setting that up already? Oh, how are you guys doing from a technical point of view? The judges probably will be happy meanwhile because that gives them some time to evaluate the first pitch and then relax a bit before they get some new input from you guys. But are you still setting up or how are you doing from the technical point of view?
Yeah, Muskan, are you able to share the screen?
Yeah, okay. Let me share the screen.
Awesome. Yeah, we see that already, so perfect. Yeah, if also you guys, you want to take a very quick moment to introduce yourselves while we do the final screen sharing and technical background work, that'd be great.
Okay, your voice is breaking down a little for me, but I hope you're able to hear me clearly.
Yes, we hear you very well.
Okay,
so that's
great.
perfect. Awesome. So it looks like you're all
I'm ready
set up.
to start when.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you guys, the 3 of you, still want to introduce yourself very briefly so we can get to know you?
Sure. I'm Muskan from UBC. And I have my teammate Daksh with me, who's from SFU, and we're both computer science students.
Awesome. Okay, great. So should we just get you started off? Is that good? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, then I will say you may now begin your presentation.
What if I told you that abandoned coal mines around the world could generate enough solar energy to power a country the size of Germany for an entire year? Hi, I'm Muskan, a computer engineering student from UBC, and this is my teammate Daksh from SFU, and we are the team behind EcoTwins. Did you know that there are over 1 million abandoned mines worldwide? Further, a researcher from Global Energy Monitor warns that acquiring land for global renewable energy targets has been rife with conflict among stakeholders and decision makers. So, what problem are we really trying to solve here? Expanding renewable energy often means clearing forests, disrupting ecosystems, causing delays, conflict, and environmental harm, while abandoned mines sit unused, polluting the environment. Our solution, EcoTwins, is an app that simplifies this problem by doing a feasibility assessment using technical, environmental, and social indicators to identify which mine can be turned into clean energy hubs. EcoTwin transforms land from a source of conflict into an opportunity for sustainability and clean energy. So let me show you a live case of how that assessment would play out. Here's a model of a mine in Arizona. With just a few clicks, we could assess the solar potential of this site and its suitability to build a solar farm. It highlights the solar irradiance and the soil condition at different spots in the mine. We can also see the UV index over the next 24 hours and the upcoming week. We can perform a similar analysis for wind to evaluate its feasibility to develop a wind farm. All of this data is coming from the Open Weather API. Further, we could go ahead and show the amount of power we could generate and the amount of carbon dioxide we could save by building a clean energy hub. In the future, we plan to integrate slope and terrain information as well as ownership and permit information about this mine. Here's a snapshot of a much larger sheet where each row is representing a factor we would be evaluating when screening a site. As we scale, we plan to use AI to score abandoned mine sites across these criteria and generate an overall feasibility score. EcoTwin targets SDG 7 by accelerating clean energy deployment on abandoned mines, and SDG 8 as jobs will be created in mining communities. We also target SDG 13 as we aim to reduce greenhouse gas, thus contributing to the global goal of tripling renewable capacity by 2030, and SDG 15 as we aim to transform abandoned mines, thus supporting sustainability, employment, and reducing poverty in remote mining communities. We help users assess solar and wind potential, check soil stability, and get energy output estimates, cutting feasibility time from months to just minutes. By showing nearby infrastructure and ownership information, we make it easy to compare multiple sites smarter and faster. EcoTwin follows a scalable SaaS solution where we will have 3 subscription tiers tailored to the level of feasibility insight a customer would require. Our main customers would be governments, land acquisition firms. With just 10 users in year 1, we are projecting $75,000 in year 1, growing to $1 million by year 5. We took EcoTwins to experts in energy, mining, and sustainability who validated our solution and expressed interest in potential partnership. Let's hear from one of them.
Glenn Stewart here from Chill and Applied Services. We're currently looking at multimodal input in complex systems in the mining industry, in engineering, in order to take multimodal input and then to apply semantic searching across it, rationalize it in a vector database over textual data, image data, and GIS layered raster and vector layers. So we're very interested in the work that Muskan and Desh are doing and feel that we can collaboratively work together and are very excited about it.
Even if we could just target 0.1% of the 1 million abandoned mines, we could make a huge impact. Abandoned mines are in the end, they are just the beginning for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Right on time. That was great. And now I'm happy to dive right into the Q&A with you. So let's see. Judges, feel free to ask any question. If anything was unclear to you, if you want more details, feel free to type those questions of yours in the chat, and I'm happy to read them out for you, Karen. There are currently no questions. Let's see. Judges might be thinking about them, how to formulate. I think there's one coming up there. It was unclear if there are any environmental pollution monitoring in the process.
Sorry, do you mind repeating that?
Yes, of course. To this judge, it was unclear if there are any environmental pollution monitoring in the process.
So currently, we do have a process to evaluate how much CO2 we would be avoiding by developing clean energy hubs on mines. However, if as we talk to key people in the industry and understand other factors that could contribute, we are happy to integrate such processes into our solution.
Okay. The next comment and question is, could you speak more about the partners that expressed interest?
For sure. Can you still see my screen, and can I go back to the slide?
No backup
Okay, I
slides
can just
in
go
this
ahead.
context. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have an NGO called Global Energy Monitor based from the US who have expressed interest in mentoring us through this and potentially also collaborating. We also have an organization based from UK called Chill and Applied Services who have expressed interest in integrating our solution into one of their suite apps. So as we develop this further, we are meeting with them, trying to understand what are other key things we could integrate into this solution. Also, we have professors from SFU who are mentoring us and helping us develop a solution further.
Okay. The next question is, once the mines are converted to solar, do you plan to track their outputs? How would you do so?
Currently, we've not thought about if how could we track the output of the solar energy once they are built on these abandoned mines. However, as we are talking to these partners, they have suggested installing sensors and putting some other tracking measurements in these mines to track the output.
Okay. And some of the mines might be private property. How would you incentivize the owners to turn their land over?
Right. So our partnership with Global Energy Monitor might be really useful for us to do this, as they have this data set of the ownership information, be it private, governmental, of these mines. And definitely one of the biggest incentives for them could be, since these abandoned mines are not currently generating any kind of revenue for them, once these clean energy
Thank
hubs
you
are
very
built on
much.
these mines.
Unfortunately, your Q&A time has expired. But great job. Big round of virtual applause at this point. You will be able to read your applause in the chat probably of the live stream. So thanks so much, Karen, and see you later. Great. Yeah. So 2 of 5 pitches we've already completed. Judges, feel free to use this time to complete your judging in the judging tool. We will now meet the next team up, which is from the USA with the project iTrak. So let's see if they are with us already. Can you hear me, guys?
That's me. That's me.
Awesome. I can hear you.
Hi.
How are
Nice
you
to meet you.
there? I don't have a video of you yet, so if you haven't shared it yet, feel free to do so. Ah, there you are.
Hi.
Hi. It's great to see you. How do you feel?
Hi, it's great to see you as well. Thank you.
Awesome. So do you just want to go ahead and share your screen already so we can get you all set
Yes.
up? And as
Awesome.
you do that,
Can you see my screen?
yes, we can. That's perfect. And if you also just want to quickly introduce yourself before we get you started with the pitch.
Yes, of course. My name is Raisa. I am a business admin student from the University of Florida, and my friend Shanika is here as well, and she is a business student from Florida Southern College.
Awesome. So it's great to meet you two. And if you're all set, And you feel like...
Yes, I'm all ready. Thank you so much.
That's perfect.
Right.
Then we will not keep you waiting any longer and let you start your presentation. You may now begin your presentation.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I'm Raisa and my partner Shanika. Together, we present iTrak, our integrated platform mainly targeted for train administration, but also available to the public to improve safety and operations across key rail systems, starting with Florida in particular. As of July 2025, Brightline has recorded 182 fatalities, making it the deadliest U.S. passenger rail per mile traveled since its 2018 launch. At the same time, public transit remains heavily underutilized in Florida and nationwide, highlighting the urgent need to modernize rail and rebuild trust. Imagine being a citizen who doesn't have a ride to go to a different city every day, but the train ends up getting delayed the day of, and you later learn that your train is canceled. Situations like this are exactly why we built our solution. With our solution, it's a centralized website and app powered by CCM and Bentley's iTwin technology. CCM displays a live map of key train stations, allowing administrators to zoom in and view localized issues through the use of the heat map. Bentley supports a 3D digital twin where we've added issue flags to mark common risks like delays or pedestrian congestion. These tools replace guesswork with real-time visibility and precision. Moving on with CCM, this maps out our real-world train stations using heat maps, as you can see right here, and satellite imagery to pinpoint exactly where each issue is taking place. This visualizes problem areas like Jacksonville for Amtrak or Deerfield Beach for Brightline, which helps identify patterns. We also created 3D simulations using iTwin to showcase sensor-detected issues like mechanical failures and collision risks. This helps administrators understand and prevent real-time challenges more effectively. Here's the iTwin technology a little bit. And then on the financial side, we used a mixed revenue model with both government grants and a subscription model for rail operators. The basic plan provides real-time station data, while the pro version includes predictive analytics and planning tools. Operationally, we maximize efficiency by using real-time sensor tracking, optimize staff scheduling with historical data, and integrating dashboards to centralize reporting. For year one, we project $75,000 to $120,000 in revenue and $49,000 to $74,000 in costs. This gives us a profit margin of up to $71,000 in our best case scenario, allowing us to reinvest in growth while staying financially sustainable. Our projections show positive returns of both conservative and optimistic ridership models, but the impact goes beyond finances. iTrak offers tangible benefits listed below in these three categories: efficiency and visibility, commuter experience, and sustainability. Our product shows that iTrak is both financially sustainable and societally impactful. Now let us show you how these benefits come to life through our demo video.
Across the country, train delays and safety issues are becoming an everyday reality, often caused by preventable incidents like pedestrians crossing tracks or collisions near stations. These delays not only frustrate passengers, but also compromise safety and reliability. That's why we created this iTrak website mockup to give train administrators a smarter way to track, respond to, and prevent these recurring issues. One of the core features is the Maps tab, which provides a real-time interactive view of each train station and its surrounding streets. Administrators can quickly identify and hotspot areas where issues like collisions or trespassing occur most frequently. Each incident is flagged with details like severity, status, and time reported. For example, this Jacksonville case shows a high-risk pedestrian collision clearly marked on the map with a heat overlay. By visualizing these incidents geographically, administrators can make more informed decisions about where to enhance warnings, implement barriers, or increase monitoring to reduce disruptions on a larger scale.
The Model tab in our iTrak mockup brings infrastructure visibility on a whole new level. It allows train administrators to interact with the 3D environment of train stations, tracks, and platforms, helping them pinpoint issues that may not be obvious from external views alone. With this feature, administrators can navigate through the station layout, identify mechanical failures, and flag internal hazards like signal issues or obstructions on the tracks in real time. In this example, we've flagged a mechanical failure on a train car, which is clearly marked within the system. This is where the power of the Bentley platform comes into play. By integrating digital twins directly into our website, we are able to connect real infrastructure data with visual models. This makes it easier for rail teams to track, assess, and respond to operational problems.
Awesome.
Across the country.
Oh, and thank you. That is the end of our slideshow.
Amazing. Thank you so much for this pitch. Super interesting. And we will dive right into the Q&A. So again, judges, feel free to type your questions into the chat. And I am very happy to share those with the team. So up to this point, we don't have any questions yet. Let's see. But that gives you a short moment to breathe. So that's also good. I got a question here. Have you estimated how much time and cost will iTrak save?
How much time and cost will iTrak take? That's a really great question. Since we'll be partnering with Florida administration, and highly depends on how everything will work operationally, but ideally we'd love to take about a year or two for it to all come together. But it honestly depends on how everything will come together, how cooperative etc. But that'll be our overall goal.
Okay, next question is, what data sources are being used?
Could you repeat your question? I'm sorry, I think you cut out a bit.
Yes, I think that is due to technical issues or Wi-Fi, so sorry about that. What data sources are being used?
Okay, just to clarify, did you ask what resources are being used?
Data sources.
I'm so sorry. Could you repeat your question? I'm so sorry for
Yes, of course. I think
interruptions.
this is actually on our end in your Teams call. But yeah, what data sources are being used?
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm absolutely not hearing anything right now. I would love to answer your questions, and maybe there's a way we can.
I will repeat it one more time. What data sources are being used?
What resources? Okay. So behind, especially the financials, because I know we kind of talked a lot about numbers. For that specifically, we definitely cited other projects around the US specifically that uses similar iTwin technology. So this numbers didn't come out of nowhere. We definitely cited other projects. Their projects, they projected higher numbers in terms of financials. So we actually went ahead and go on the lower side. And we also compare different, again, projects, different resources. And yeah, I think that was mainly it. And we definitely have specific resources I can definitely cite if you're interested.
Thanks. Next question is, could you speak more to the Sustainable Positive Impact, SDGs, for iTrak?
Could you repeat that one more time?
Yes. Could you speak more to the Sustainable Positive Impact, SDGs, for iTrak?
Yes. So yes, it is in our presentation. It's more at the end, but I can speak to what specifically it's going to target. So it's going to target number 3, good health and well-being. Number 9, industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Number 11, sustainable cities and communities. And number 13, climate action.
Okay. The next question is, how is this communicated and flagged if severe issues occur that impact the operational railway?
Yes, could you repeat that one more time?
Yes. How is it communicated and flagged if severe issues occur that impact the operational railway?
I'm so sorry. I'm trying my best to hear all of your question, but I think most of it is getting cut out. But I think you were talking about the operation part of it.
Yes.
So I'll kind of just talk about how we would work operationally. So this idea was brand new from scratch. We did not partner with anyone at this time. So this was definitely revolutionary, but kind of our first steps of how we would approach this project if we were to implement it is to definitely go ahead and start to talk to the Florida government legislation to see if we can receive funding there. And from there, we can kind of figure out how exactly our project can help Florida specifically. And eventually we would love to scale to states outside of Florida or even potentially internationally, depending on if they have similar issues and how effective our project will be.
Okay. Since we're experiencing a bit of a technical issue on our end, feel free to check out the chat and we'll just post the questions there if that's easier. I will read it out nevertheless. The next one, do you integrate live video data from stations and do you plan to use AI to analyze it?
Yes, absolutely. So what we plan to do is with each of the train stations or train companies that I mentioned, we'll be using real-time data to help implement that into the website and into our sensor tracking. And I do see the questions now. Let's take a look.
So the next one.
Yes, but if you want to ask your next question, yes.
Yeah. What is the risk of delaying or error on the transfer of information?
Yes, so the main risks that we've seen is definitely road congestion, because mainly in Florida we use cars, and so if there are train delays, that could actually cause a delay in cars as well. As we noted in the presentation, there are shockingly a lot more incidents with people being hit by trains more than expected, and so that's something we want to also avoid. So our goal with this project is to try to flag those incidents as soon as we can before and then implement action so that we can avoid these incidents in the future.
Okay, that is perfect. And with that, your Q&A time has expired. Thank you so much. You can be really proud of yourself. And yeah, now sit back and relax and enjoy the rest of the event. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So, and with this, actually also the judges can take a few minutes to sit back and relax for a minute, as it can be straining to have all these pitches after one another. So we want to give you about 5 minutes of time to breathe and relax. Meanwhile, however, for the rest of the audience who's not busy judging, I'm happy to keep you entertained with speaking with 2 other people who are essential to this program, and they are, you probably know them, Amy Brereton, country leader of Enactus UK and Ireland, and Oliver Faber, country leader of Enactus Germany. So great to have you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Hello.
Yeah, you're welcome. And for you, this is especially exciting because you flew to another country for this.
100%. And what a great place to be for the final this afternoon. Already, the presentations have been fantastic. And I know that everything that's going through has just been, brilliant to watch the presentations already. So, exciting afternoon.
Yeah, and must be especially exciting for you because you, in a way, initiated this partnership, right?
I mean, you could, definitely. So it was quite a few years ago now, to be fair. I think we're on our 3rd year, but 4th iteration of the competition, which is an important differentiation. But we started back in the UK only in 2022 with the iTwin4Good challenge, and now to see it have grown from the UK to the UK and Ireland to Brazil to Canada to the US to Germany, it's just fantastic. To see the impact that this project and this program has made, because it's something new, it's something different, it's something that we've not had before within our program, and it encourages different types of students, it encourages innovation around engineering, and with the future of AI technology that we're going into, it's just fantastic to see this program bring in so much impact to our network.
Absolutely, and we do actually have a lot of students interested in the program. So if you just want to give us a quick overview again of kind of like the numbers, how many have participated, because I think this is quite amazing, and especially in this year, there's been a great boost.
Yeah, definitely. I think over the past 3 years, we've had over 1,500 students be part of this program. Now, in comparison to some of our other programs, the fantastic Action with Africa, that may not seem as many students, but the thing with this program is it's a 6-week intensive course. It's very, very involved, and the knowledge and the skills that you develop through it is incredible. I'll be completely honest, and sometimes I have to really take a minute to understand because they're so amazing that I'm not sure I understand what these projects are about because they're just so innovative and cool. The students that are doing these kind of new ideas, that again, having that many students involved over the years has just been fantastic, and to see this year it grow even greater together. And the quality of the projects is improving year on year as they learn from one another, as we've got fantastic support from Bentley as well this year. They've been phenomenal in terms of the mentors and the resources and everything they've done. So yeah, we cannot thank them enough for really helping us bring this new initiative to our program at Enactus, but importantly, developing the students and that kind of next generation of innovative leaders.
Absolutely, and it's been a very close partnership from what we've learned. Maybe talking about iTwin4Good also in comparison with other challenges, because you mentioned Action with Africa, who you, of course, are very familiar with because that you initiated. But iTwin4Good is very different in the Enactus context. Why is it special? And yeah, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so first of all, every challenge is a pool for inspiration. Yeah, so we get new ideas, and that is, I think, very important to rethink business. And the special in the iTwin4Good challenge are two things. The first is, usually we have a topic, a special SDG in a special region, national, international, or worldwide. But here we have a tool, a software. So you have to learn about a software, about IT, and that is brand new for Enactus students. And I think it's very important also for the future. That is the one thing. The second is that the teams are free in building teams with people outside their university. You are not focused on your own university. You can also acquire team members from other universities. So that means we are combined talents from different universities and to bring the best projects here in this challenge, and I'm very, very excited about the first three pitches, and now I'm curious about the next one.
Yeah, me too. And like Oliver said, with this interesting constellation of bringing new people in, also who have not previously been with Enactus, I think we've had pretty good results overall, or we've managed to keep them with Enactus and boost their development further. From your experience?
Yeah, absolutely. So a really good example of that was last year with the team from Enactus Island, UCD, who they joined our program thanks to a really great connection that one of our team had with Engineering Without Borders. We invited them to take part. They did a fantastic job. They then won, and they'd never heard of Enactus before, so this was all brand new. We then took them to the World Cup, which, as we all know, is the best initiation for being part of Enactus. They went to the World Cup thanks to, again, Bentley's fantastic support. From there, got Enactified, as I've heard is now Oliver's word. So got absolutely Enactified, and then actually ended up setting up their team at their university. So they now have an Enactus chapter at their university, which didn't exist before. And they came in our top 4 of our Enactus UK and Ireland Expo this year. So fantastic kind of example of how bringing different types of students involved really has added to our program as well. And just another kind of candid example quickly is we've got 2 team members today. One of them's from the UK, one of them's from Ireland. They've had to meet virtually to develop their project, develop their presentation, met for the first time in person at the final, and now have travelled to be together today via the live stream. So yeah, very exciting.
That is indeed very exciting, and I think since they're next up, this is a perfect transition. Thank you guys very much for taking the time.
Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, let's see more enactification. And of course, the next pitches.
Fantastic.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. So like we've heard, let's dive right back into the pitches. I hope, judges have taken a minute to relax a bit, and hope you guys are all back to be able to judge the next pitch. This is, like I said, the UK and Ireland Enactus team with a project called Site Salvage. So really happy to have you guys. I'm wondering if you're ready with me, if you can hear me.
Hi, can you hear us?
There you are. Yes, I can hear you. It's great to have you. Well, we talked a lot about you in the past couple of 5 minutes. It seems like you've developed a friendship there through iTwin4Good, and you've crossed borders.
Yeah, we have a third teammate, Harry, who couldn't make it today, but he's been great. He's a computer science student in University of Huddersfield. So
awesome. Yeah, so if you guys are all set and ready, we can dive right into your pitch. Just make sure you share your screen. And once we have you all set there,
Yeah, can you see that there now?
Yes, there it is. Perfect. So yeah.
Okay, perfect.
If you two feel ready, then I would say you may now begin your presentation.
Perfect. The clock is ticking, not just on construction deadlines, but on how long we can afford to waste billions of tons of valuable materials each year. Every week, 1.5 million people move into cities, yet 75% of the infrastructure needed by 2050 has yet to be built. This isn't just a challenge, it's an opportunity, and we can't afford to get it wrong.
Construction and demolition waste is one of the world's biggest environmental challenges today, making up a third of global waste and over 40% of carbon emissions. Many of these materials are technically reusable, yet in some countries like Ireland, less than 3% ever see a second life. You've seen it all before, a skip on the side of the street overflowing with materials. Gone not because they're damaged, but because there's no system in place to track what's coming down, what's still usable, and where it could go next. Without the visibility and a digital infrastructure in place, we can't salvage these resources in time.
That's where Site Salvage comes in. Powered by Bentley's iTwin, we transform demolition sites into transparent resource banks where materials can be made visible, verified, and traded on our marketplace.
Unlike other platforms that act after waste is created, we step in earlier, identifying valuable materials before they're lost. At scale, this means keeping millions of tons of material in circulation each year, turning waste into opportunity and driving the shift to a truly circular construction industry.
So what does this look like in practice? I'll walk you through our solution in 3 key stages, each one built directly from industry feedback and research.
Let's start with the biggest blind spot, visibility. Our interactive map shows upcoming demolition projects alongside future builds. Paired with the dashboard view, local demolitions can be filtered, making locating nearby materials for reuse simple and efficient. This early visibility means smarter planning in the design phase, so reuse is built from the start, not retrofitted later.
But visibility alone isn't enough. For reuse to happen at scale, users need complete trust in the materials. That's why each building has a dedicated details page linked to its iModel.
Here, users can explore layers, inspect components, and instantly see specs, reuse potential, and impact. In the future, we'll add a digital material passport for every item, fully verifying reclaimed materials and removing one of the biggest barriers to reuse.
And in building that trust, we can finally tackle the lack of reliable marketplace. Here, users can filter materials by their needs and buy, sell, or donate in the marketplace. We're also developing a fit and compliance check feature, which will allow users to test reclaimed materials in their models, removing uncertainty about compatibility. Every transaction enables collaboration and allows local circular supply chains to be built that are cheaper, faster, and greener. With every new user, Site Salvage grows stronger, reducing fragmentation and making reuse the new default in the industry.
Now, what is the market opportunity? The global construction tech market is already worth $7.2 billion and set to more than double by 2030. But today's reuse platforms are stuck with static listings and poor photos that damage trust. However, with the iTwin model, Site Salvage turns reuse into a live, verified, design-integrated marketplace. Our costs are primarily platform development, and we plan to generate revenue through B2B subscriptions, transaction fees, and partnerships with local councils and developers. With regulations tightening and ESG expectations rising, Site Salvage is well positioned to meet urgent decarbonisation goals and to scale circular construction globally.
Hitting these goals, though, takes more than action. Hitting these goals, though, takes more than policy. It takes action. Across the world, we've been shown that material reuse is possible. And at Site Salvage, we're on a mission to scale that success with real impact across people, planet, and prosperity. For businesses, we lower costs and enable them to reach their environmental targets faster. For the planet, it means less material extractions, which is crucial as 90% of biodiversity loss and over half of EU emissions occur due to raw materials. And for people, it's cleaner air, smarter cities, and a way to give back with a donation feature built into the marketplace. What's more, all of this can be tracked, from carbon avoided to cost saved, all on our platform.
So we're Site Salvage, this is our team, and our vision is a future where waste isn't inevitable.
And every material gets a second life.
So the question is, can we salvage the past to build the future?
Before the clock hits zero. Thank you.
Thank you. for this amazing pitch. You can be really proud of yourselves. And I will dive you right into the Q&A session. I hope you can hear me right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then I think the quality of the stream's better now. No questions as of this moment. So out to you, judges. If there has been anything that was unclear, feel free to have the Enactus students clarify things through questions. Feel free to just type them into the chat. The first one is here. Can the sensors in the demolition site be reused for other demolition sites, or are they a one-time use?
So initially, the sensors, so there will be a digital, so like a drone 3D model of the building. So that will be our eye model. And then we're thinking of adding QR codes or tags. So it'll be real live tracking of the system, and that tag will stay with the material for its whole life. So we'll integrate material passports in it so that in future projects or even in just buying the materials, users know exactly where it has come from. So it'll basically be a material passport for life.
Okay, and the next question is, what is the strategy for filtering the contaminated materials containing chemical and nuclear wastes in the demolition project?
Yeah, so essentially referring back to the material passport as well, it'll tag the materials that aren't suitable for reuse, which makes it a bit more trustworthy. So we know that the quality of materials that are being reused is more effective, and the contaminated materials can go into appropriate settings, so that we can ensure that the platform remains trustworthy.
Okay, and the next question is, who makes sure the material is separated, packaged, and shipped to the buyers?
Yeah, no. So right now at the moment in Italy and in London for public projects, it's mandatory to conduct pre-audit surveys of the building. So that's where the data will come in for what materials are going to be able to be reused. And then for the separation, it will be the demolition contractors in deconstructing the building in a way that the materials can be salvaged. And then we're also looking into, obviously storage is a major concern for like the time lag between projects. So we're looking into, in Germany at the moment, there's urban mines, which is like basically the city council has like a center where the materials can be stored. So that's taken off in Germany at the moment. So we'd be looking to kind of implement something like that, where the materials can be stored in correct facilities, and even putting in sensors there and iModel to keep track of that in real time. But yeah, the storage is identified as a major issue, but I think kind of seeing what's already happened across the world and kind of implementing that into the industry is what we're looking at.
Okay, next question is, can you share more about how the data is provided?
So the data, so obviously in the pre-demolition audits, that's where the main data will come on what can be reused, and like obviously starting like implementing this now with like say the fresh materials, like the materials will have like an exact digital passport for the rest of their life. But then in testing the current materials in use at the moment, it's basically conducting the right tests and to assure the quality is there, which is what the users need and why there's such a big barrier to reuse in the industry. So that will be mainly collecting the data and all being on the eye model. And then like the data for carbon avoided, cost saved will be calculated based on like the how like raw, like extracting fresh raw materials, like the amount of carbon that would cost rather to reusing and transporting. Like that would be the other data point kind of.
And next question is, what about time limits on material? How is this flagged, managed, as certain materials can only be used so many times?
Yeah, so this has been less of a focus for us at the minute. Definitely something to look into in the future, as obviously we understand that some materials can only be reused a certain number of times. In our current plans, most materials will be just reused the once, and like Laura has mentioned, it will be on its material passport, so we
Thank
can
you
keep
so
tracking
much.
how many times
Unfortunately, your Q&A time has expired. But thank you so much, girls. It was so interesting to learn about your project. And yeah, now you got it over with and you have one last pitch to go to listen to. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so now actually we've come to the last pitch in the set of 5 pitches, unfortunately. It will be hopefully an amazing one. I'm very positive that Team Brazil with TerraSense will keep us hooked as well. So you guys, are you already there? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
But
I
your
hear you
voice
there.
is low. We can, yeah, hearing this is low.
Okay, so the connection apparently is still a little difficult, but the most important thing is that we see you and we seem to hear you well as well. So why don't we try, why don't we have you try sharing the screen? And let's see if that works from a technical point of view.
Can you see the screen?
Not yet, but there it is. It usually takes a few seconds to load. Yes, we can very well see the screen.
Can you see now?
If you two also, if you want to just quickly introduce yourselves so the judges and the rest of the audience can get to know you a little better.
Just a moment. Your voice is low. I can't hear it very well.
Okay. If that remains in the Q&A, we can still have you read the questions, so no worries. As of now, since we can hear you and the screen share works, you should be good. The judges should be able to hear you well.
A person?
So
Can I start?
Yes, you can. You may now begin your presentation.
Okay. 3, 2. Do you know where the food that you eat every day comes from? Worldwide, 50% of all the food is lost on the farm, and it is enough to feed 870 million people 4 times over. Family farming makes up 77% of Brazil's food structure. In our home state, Espírito Santo, 3 out of every 4 rural properties are family farmers. Still, these farmers often work in the dark without the technology or information they need to make efficient choices. The result? Lost water, lost energy, and lost income. So, what can we do to change this scenario? Today, I'm thrilled to introduce you to TerraSense, a smart monitoring system designed to help small farmers to optimize the use of natural resources. Think of it as giving them a weather station, a soil lab, and a smart assistant, all in one simple device. The module has a mini solar panel that, connected with a battery, it gives us the power for ensures the power of the battery for 1 year. And the LoRa technology ensure the range of the communication from 2 to 10 kilometers. And farmers do not need to be experts to use TerraSense. We display the collected data on the iTwin platform and give you advice on what to do next. Our mission is clear: to offer a low-cost solution focused on small and medium producers who are usually left behind by the market. We reach farmers directly and through cooperatives and government programs, allowing us to scale quickly and minimize impact. Our SDGs is 2, zero hunger, 9, industry, innovation, and infrastructure, and 12, responsible consumption. Now, I'm going to show you our model iTwin. As you can see, here is our model. And now you can see each of these markers is a sensor that we are using to show the information of the module. And here you can see we have this the soil moisture sensor, the soil quality, and you can see the battery. If we click in one, you can see the module, and here is the model of our project. This is the sensor model, and here we have the communication one. On the side, you can see some informations, and here we have the geospatial, where we can use to escalate our project, and we are using season. And here, as an example, you can choose a property, and you can make it. It's gonna mark your property, and if you wanna add a marker, you click on it, sensor one, and confirm. If you want to delete it, you just click and delete. And now we have the sensors that is connected to the database. Here show all the informations. Here is the crop page where the farmers can add the information of the crop, everything he can add. Here's the graphic one where it's gonna show the average of moisture on the project and what is the real value for the farmers? Accurate decisions. The farmer can, if the farmer per year, he can save 72 liters of water, that is equivalent to 20 ship containers. And with TerraSense, we are not just showing crops. We are growing dignity, resilience, and sustainable future for the farmers who feed us. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Amazing job that you did with this pitch. It was great to have you as last pitch, and you got us enactified again from the start with this final pitch. So thank you so much. And with this, we're waiting for judges to ask their final set of questions that I'm happy to direct towards you. If you have an issue understanding, you can always check your chat to be able to parallelly also read the questions.
For the questions on the chat.
Exactly. So up until this moment, now we got a question. Perfect. So it is, do you combine sensor data with satellite images and weather forecasts?
Our project, we are using sensor on the lock of the plantation, and we are using the sensor and we created a 3D model of the agricultural farmer where we added the information. The information comes from the sensor, the module sensor to the communication sensor. The communication sensor sent to the database, and the iTwin API connect to the interface. We are using the satellite image on another page, that is the season, to make possible for the farmer to localize his property and add the sensor.
Okay, and next question is, how will you teach the farmers to use the technology?
Our idea is we are gonna make an app application, and on this app application is gonna appear the information of how he can add the sensors. And our project is to be easy for the agricultors that is not expert with the system. He can access the system by the cell phone, and he's gonna have some information with steps for him to understand it.
Okay, and what are the costs for farmers?
The cost for farmers is $25. That we are gonna create a system simple as possible, because the idea of our project is to make a simple sensor to be cheaper for the farmers to buy.
And who will finally fund the program? End users or government organizations?
B2C.
We are we are working on B2B and B2C, and now we have a partnership with Cidade da Inovação here in Brazil, in Espírito Santo, where we're going to test the sensors, and we already have a local place to implement our sensors.
And how is communication established between the site and the iTwin?
We are using a microcontroller. It is IF32 that makes possible the connection with the internet. The communication and the sensor model, they communicate between LoRa, that is a radio communication that makes possible long-range communication, and to the S32, to the database, we are using Wi-Fi.
And how does the project... Sorry, I interrupted you by accident. Please go ahead.
Installed. Okay. How does the project support the reduction of food waste and problem? The idea of the project is to the farmers, he's going to have the control of what is happening. He can check the water, what is he's using, and he can check if he is using now without a project more water. Our project has the idea to show him that he don't need to waste much water. He has there is a better way to use his natural resources.
Next question is, how do you ensure that environmental issues do not interfere with your collection devices and the continuity of your information?
Our project, the idea is, if the place that is no Wi-Fi, we are going to use a module that allows to connect directly to satellite, and we can send
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, your Q&A time has expired. Great job, guys. Thanks so much for doing the last pitch. You did an amazing job. And now finally, you can sit back and relax after having to watch all the pitches before, but hope you found them interesting. So bye-bye. Awesome. Yeah, so now we've already completed all the 5 pitches, truly amazing projects, all of them super interesting. I hope you guys learned something new and got inspired. Now it's up to the judges to finalize their judging. Like I told you before, the judging tool will be open until 7 p.m. GMT. So even if you have some notes or some feedback that you still want to give the team that you didn't have time to put into the tool yet, feel free to do that in the course of the next hours until the closing of the tool. And at this point, we want to give a great thank you to all the teams who participated, who put so much effort into preparing these pitches, into coding, into also at the beginning familiarizing with iTwin in the first place, and working on their business models. It has really paid off, and we've seen some amazing pitches and projects here. So keep up the good work. Congratulations on what you have achieved. And thanks, of course, also to the judges. Your feedback is super valuable to Bentley Systems, also to provide their iTwin platform, without which this wouldn't have been possible. But of course, now you all are probably dying to know when you will find out who actually won the iTwin4Good Global Championship. I'm sorry, but we will have to keep you waiting until the end of the week. But yeah, give us some time to have the votes tallied, and then we will let you know as soon as possible when we've decided on a winner. And yeah, now it's really up to the judges to make their decisions and finalize their judging. Yeah, but at the end of the day, what's in it for the teams, what they can win, apart from a prize money, of course, is also a trip to Bangkok, where Enactus will be hosting its Enactus World Cup this year. Yeah, what possibly awaits you there? Just have a look. We've prepared a video for you. We are for sure looking forward to that 50 years of Enactus celebration. And of course, as many people as possible who are watching this today, also Bentley Systems professionals, get the chance to go. We would be super happy to welcome you there. And of course, the winning team of today's challenge will get the opportunity as well to network, to meet so many like-minded people from different cultures and get inspired within the Enactus community and through this event, but also in a larger context, because this year's Enactus World Cup will be part of the biggest sustainability expo in Bangkok. So this will definitely be an exciting opportunity for networking, and looking forward to having you there. So fingers crossed. And yeah, like I said, now it's up to the judges. But the teams for sure, they can relax now. Maybe they have the opportunity to speak with me again about some things about this program, the very short term of it. I'd be really interested to know why you decided to join, etc. I don't know if you guys can hear me well, but I'd love to know, first of all, from the US team, I mean, if you think about other students and how they spend their summer or how they possibly work or go on vacation, maybe in your case that was a little different. You decided to join this program. How did that come about, and what value did you see behind that? Can you guys from the
I
US hear
believe
me?
I'll be answering it.
Oh, there you are.
Yes, I can hear you. I believe I'll be answering this question. I'm from Team USA. My name is Raisa. So to answer your question, while many people, they typically see summer, especially in the US, as a chance to relax, I personally viewed it as an opportunity to invest in my growth, especially as a business student. I'm always seeking many different opportunities. And what made this opportunity really unique and special to me was the fact that I get to work with iTwin technology, which is something I've never done before. And so I personally wanted to be part of a program that would challenge me, surround me with ambitious peers, give me experiences that I typically wouldn't get in a classroom. And so for me, the value that I would get is building skills, expanding my perspective, learning from mentors, and working on meaningful projects, which is all what I'm super passionate about. And that's why I chose to be involved this past summer in this project.
That's great, and thank you so much for sharing this passion with us. I'm pretty sure Team Canada feels similar in some ways. I was wondering whether you guys, how you perceived it, and whether you feel like from this experience you became in a way empowered to actually have an impact.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me again.
Sure.
So being part of the iTwin4Good program has really empowered me to see how students can drive real world impact. Before I thought that like global challenges like clean energy or land use were only the governments or large companies can solve. But as I took part in my project and worked through it, I realized that with the right tools and collaboration, we can reimagine crisis into an opportunity. So in our case, we repurpose abandoned mines into renewable energy. So that major shift has given me the confidence to lead with purpose, like knowing that not only professionals, but students can also play a vital role in making a more sustainable future. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity and being part of the program.
I am very happy to hear that. And like you also mentioned, that is due to the skills that you acquired. Maybe another direction directed towards the Brazilian team, apart from the technical skills that you learned, do you feel that, there were some other things that you've learned, maybe more on a soft skill level, that you still value about this program, even after participating?
Yes, this program was really important to us, both of us, and we worked how to create a project from zero and make it with a focus on solving a problem. And I think that this helped us to improve ourselves, and it was very important because we again learn some skills, but not only the skills, the how to talk in public and in English. It is a challenge for us, and was a great experience for us.
I'm very glad to hear that. Amazing. So fingers crossed for all of you teams who participated that you win this challenge and you get to go to Thailand and you get to have that prize money to further develop your projects. But even if you don't, those are all amazing projects, super interesting. And we do want to encourage you to really continue. We know that we also had many, many participants who have not made it to the global championship, and that is totally fine. Still so many interesting ideas out there. So we do really want to encourage you to keep up the good work, use the network that we have here at Enactus and also the contacts that you've got now through Bentley Systems, and keep generating impact. So thanks so much for all your contributions. You can be really proud of yourself. Awesome. I think with this, we move on to talking to one more person who can talk to us about iTwin4Good more from a strategic point of view for Bentley Systems. So I'm really excited to welcome Chris Bradshaw, Chief Sustainability and Education Officer at Bentley Systems. He's there with me. Great to have you. How are you?
Very good. Thank you very much. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, absolutely. I hope you enjoyed the pitches. Were you judging?
So yes, absolutely. I was judging. Very difficult to to judge, frankly. All the presentations were really excellent. So congratulations to all the teams. You all did a beautiful job. I also just want to extend my thanks to Enactus and all the organizers, Amy and our hostess here. Fantastic job, truly. And then also thank you to the judges. You got a tough job ahead. Maybe some of you have completed your assessments, but again, thank you everybody. Great event, fantastic.
I am very glad to hear that you enjoyed it. And overall, can you maybe talk a little bit about how iTwin4Good generally fits in the bigger picture, I'm going to say, or the overall mission of Bentley Systems? Why is this such a great fit?
Yeah. Amy gave some of the history in her comments in the middle, right? This is not the first year, obviously. This is been a great journey, and started with Amy in UK and Ireland. This is a flagship program for us, and really we love it because it promotes the use of modern technology to help solve real world challenges that are facing everybody. And so through this program, we hope to inspire young people to make a positive difference for the planet.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. And do you feel like you see that through the pitches? So this hope that you have for the young people, what they take away, and in a way also, how does that impact
I saw it
the
today
industry?
for sure, right?
Mm-hmm. And how do you think is that important for the future of your industry specifically, to have these young creative minds engaging with your platform?
You broke up a little bit, but I think your question is about what do we hope people take away, young people take away from this, and why is it important for the future of the industry? So what I hope everyone, not just the folks participating in the competition, but also the judges and anybody else who's watching, takes away is that by using human ingenuity and imagination, we as a race, as humans, can conquer seemingly huge challenges that can and do make a positive change for the world. And I think that's very inspiring. As all of these projects highlight, there's some huge challenges out there for us. But what also all of these projects highlight is that there are solutions to those problems. And there are people who are motivated and inspired to solve those problems. And I think that's very heartwarming for me and very important for the planet.
Yeah, and this I feel is definitely what iTwin4Good exemplifies. And again, great thanks from our side for making this possible, for providing the students with all your support, your resources, mostly, of course, the iTwin platform and this interesting opportunity, to basically leverage this technology for impact projects. And I think we've seen over the course of this event that, it definitely worked. And we're excited to see how that goes on in the future. So thank you so much, Chris. It was great talking to you, and hope you keep the ideas in mind for the next couple of days and weeks and months, and you can be inspired throughout. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Have a good day. Yeah. And with Chris's heartwarming words, the session has come to an end. We've seen 5 amazing pitches, students who have put so much work and energy and passion into their projects and their pitches. Thank you so much. You can be extremely proud of yourself. And now we keep the fingers crossed and keep on being excited for what is about to come, who will be the winner of this championship. We will find out towards the end of the week, and we're looking forward to then seeing you in Bangkok. So thank you very much. Have a great morning or midday or evening, wherever you are joining from all over the world. It was great having you, and see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So this experience has really inspired me.
Bentley's platform is an amazing system.
The iTwin platform, I think what makes it really exciting is the wide-reaching applications it has.
Real-time insights, an amazing overview of all your data on one screen.
With the iTwin4Good challenge, we took the students through a 6-week process that took them right from the ideation concept through implementation to now where they can then go on to make impact.
We're talking about using digital twin platforms to create sustainable cities, to create sustainable solutions to environmental challenges.
We designed this competition in a way that requires the students to use the iTwin platform because we really see that as game-changing technology. And it's just remarkable what they're able to come up with in terms of solving problems that have been around for a really long time.
I think being able to bring young people in, and getting them involved at an early stage, with the technology, so they can see what technology is doing now and how it can benefit our industry.
People need to see things if they're going to believe in them. Because if I have a problem I'm failing to contextualize, using the iTwin platform to really make it something that people can see and interact with, it really makes my story that much more powerful.
Using the iTwin technology was a great way to learn something new, to create a great solution and to help change the world.
The amount of people we could impact using the Bentley system was quite literally endless. It was an amazing opportunity to be able to use it within our idea.
Even as a storytelling device, in as much as it is a technical one, I think the iTwin platform has a lot of implications for my own career and my own future project.